Hi, my name is Karla Alexandre, and today my presentation will be on visible light-driven photocatalysis of black TiO2 and MoS2 nanosheets. My outline will consist of an abstract, an introduction, methodology, results, conclusion, and acknowledgements. Semiconductor photocatalysis has been a recent interest for researchers due to the photocatalytic applications, pollutant degradation, and low cost it obtains. This experiment comprises of a novel 3D mesoporous black TiO2 MBT/MoS2/MBT sandwich-like nanosheet that is contrived by operating a mechanochemical process incorporated with an in situ solid-state chemical reduction approach, which will be finished with mild calcination of 350 degrees Celsius under an argon atmosphere. MoS2 plus Ti3 plus is able to fulfill the visible light absorption and the disconnection of photogenerated charges. This experiment and research revolves around the conservation of the environment. Pollution and contamination have been a great problem in the 21st century as our use of plastic is at an all-time high, the roads are filled with carbon dioxide emitting vehicles, and our landfills are overfilled. In order to manage the problem, researchers and scientists need to look for cheap and sustainable methods to effectively deal with pollution and its effects. Semiconductor photocatalysis can help solve the energy and environmental crisis as TiO2 has pollutant degradation abilities, dye-synthesized solar cells, and other photocatalytic applications. If you look at the pictures on the right, especially the one on the top right, you can see how the people in this community, in this area, are affected by pollution in their everyday lives. And if you look at the picture on the bottom, you can look at the nitrogen input and aquifer vulnerability all over the United States. My research questions are, what are the most efficient and reliable treatments when it comes to reducing the energy crisis? What are novel photocatalysts to effectively and rapidly degrade pollutant under visible light irradiation? And what is the mechanism of the visible light photocatalysis? The picture on the right demonstrates a review of the properties and conflicting trends of black TiO2. Black TiO2 has enhanced activity under the UV region, but has unsatisfactory visible light activity. You can see that the energy band diagram, the phase and morphology, and the defects directly affect black TiO2. My methodology includes research journals and their data, collection of information. The type of study is experimental research, a comparison of all data gathered, concluded importance, benefits, relevance, and limitations, and synthesis and characterization of photocatalyst. The picture on the bottom right corner compares regular TiO2 and black TiO2. The picture above it shows how TiO2 nanoparticles and MoS2 nanosheets combine with ball milling to create an MT/MoS2/MT sandwich-like nanosheet, which then turns into an MBT/MoS2/MBT sandwich-like nanosheet under calcination at 350 degrees Celsius with sodium borohydride and argon. These are the results gathered based on the articles in which I researched. TiO2 is a successful semiconductor because it is highly active and it is able to prevent the recombination of photogenerated electron hole pairs. A vital state for photocatalysis is a mesopore structured TiO2 enhancing the absorption of pollutants. The results shown on the right validate the mesopore structure to prepare TiO2 and MBT/MO2/MBT sandwich composite samples, as figure B presents the 17.6 nm and 14.6 nm are mesopore sizes in the samples. The recombination of electron hole pairs will be suppressed and the transfers of electrons will be accelerated by combining TiO2 with different semiconductors to establish a heterojunction structure. MoS2 and TiO2 composite photocatalysis exhibit great photocatalytic performance, which will be further developed to improve the application efficiency of solar energy. If you look at figure A on the right, the concentration of pollutants drops as a function of time. The hydrogenation of TiO2 will amplify its performance and can change the color of TiO2 from white to black. The color change can also enhance its photocatalytic activity. The black coloration of TiO2 stems from the outcome of oxidation reactions of hydrogen reduction, which warrants the visible light driven of the sandwich composite in black TiO2. If you look at figure A, you'll be able to see strong absorbance from its MBT samples in the visible light range. MT does not have the same findings as it is regular white TiO2. In order to view the results, please look at the blue line in figure A. The recombination of electron hole pairs is hindered, and the transfer of electrons is accelerated by the incorporation of TiO2 and other semiconductors to develop a heterojunction structure. It can also be corroborated by H2 production, which is another photocatalytic reaction. In the picture on the right, the highest H2 production rate is observed over the photocatalysis MBT/MoS2/MBT composite. The composite is approximately 0.55 mmol per hour and per gram of sample. Resultant hydrogenated TiO2 with a narrow band gap has an evident absorption shift from ultraviolet to an even near infrared area and a color change from white to black, which establishes an increase in photocatalytic activity. MoS2 has great physical properties and favorable applications in attaching different semiconductors to form 3D structures. To view this, please look at the picture on the right, which shows a visible light-driven photocatalytic mechanism for the MBT/MoS2/MBT sandwich-like photocatalyst. A nanosheet composite was chosen as it gives rise to the development of a sandwich-like structure, which is a superior structure. Due to the cumulative effects of TiO2 nanoparticles, which additionally enhances photocatalytic activity, the sandwich-like nanosheet is porous. These are my resources. And these are my acknowledgements. Thank you so much for coming to my presentation.